Watcher everyone, Lady Ray here today. So, we're doing something a little different. Here's my inspiration that I found on Pinterest or Google, I'm not really sure, but I know that I found it again on Pinterest when I went to look for the image. So, when I do build modern, I like to go a little bit on the mid-century side. So that's what we're doing today. It's kind of like a renovated mid-century home. I don't know why I like to build these homes, but I really do. Um, I think it's just the kind of architecture that it is, the little pieces of just glam sometimes, or just interesting things that they have in them. Um, I had a little bit of trouble with the layout in this one, especially in the bedroom area and the roofing. So the roofing was not easy when it's a bigger build like this, roofing a modern structure. It is not easy to roof a modern structure to begin with, let alone in a bigger one. But what I wound up with, I did like. I put some skylights in. Two of the bedrooms have skylights, the smaller one does not. But I did wind up liking this build. Everything is play tested, everything does work. They have a great backyard. You'll see that I do recolor the terrain to give them grass. In my mind, this family has a gardener that comes and keeps their grass nice and green. Kids can play on the grass, and they have a dog, and yeah. So you can see I'm trying to do the roofing here, and then this is what I kind of wound up with. And like I said, I wound up liking it, and I give them the metal roofing. Um, in the end, the part that you won't see, but if you do decide to download this build, it is an eco-friendly build, although with the new update, everybody's bills are high, but in terms of electric and water, your bills will pretty much be non-existent and you'll be making money in that aspect. You can't tell from the front that there are solar panels, but there are solar panels, and I was kind of a little tricky in hiding the dew collectors. So if you do download this build, have fun finding them, and if you do, comment and let me know. Um, so yeah, I really love how the front of this build turned out. I think it's so indicative of these types of homes, and I just wound up loving it. I raised it just enough that they can step up onto it, just like a regular stair, um, but just enough to give it that feel that, this is a modern home, and, they have a little outdoor area. And you'll see that I turn some of the raised platforms into flower beds later on, and then leave some of them as an entertaining area. And since the window update, I have been wanting to try, some different designs with windows, and that's what I did on the front of the house. I didn't do that in the back of the house, really. I did put some windows above the doors, to kind of match the height of the windows that I put in the back. But on the front of the house, I wanted to do something that kind of matched my inspiration photos, so that's what I wound up doing. Those windows that I actually put on the side of the house of the bedrooms, are from the Magic Pack. I saw another simmer using them the other day, and that is where I got the idea from, because I didn't know they existed till the other day, but now I love them because they're so clean cut and they just look great and they fit so well with this build. So I wound up using technically the glass floor panes from Island Living as skylights for the flat roof parts in the back and the front, and I wound up thinking that it just looks so great. So yeah, that's what I used there. I guess I could have used them in the regular parts of the house and just made a flat roof section for the regular part of the house, but didn't think of that till just this second. So yeah, and this is where I paint all the terrain. I think it looks really great as green rather than dusty sand. And I kind of did this build backwards than what I usually do. I wound up doing the outside first rather than the inside. I think it was kind of like, pardon me, I think it was kind of, I was so inspired by what the outside was going to be, and I love the outside of mid-century homes, that I thought the outside would lend itself to the inside. So that's just kind of what I did. I just kind of rolled with it. Um, so yeah, I just wanted to do the outside first because I felt as though that if I didn't, I wouldn't really know what was going on in the inside. I tried to give them both the swing set and the monkey bars, but there was no way that it was going to look good, and they both fit. So I felt so that if I put the monkey bars in there, that was good enough. The kids get more from the monkey bars in this game anyway than the swing set. So, and then I wanted to give them a little bit of an outdoor kitchen, so I put a grill and then some of the countertops from, I think, Perfect Patio. Don't quote me on that. Cool Kitchen, maybe. And then I put a sink in there with that. And then basically I just tried to make it seem like it would be a place that they would hang out, maybe have some people over. I used a lot of the Perfect Patio stuff. I actually love that pack. I use that pack a lot for outdoor areas. I don't understand why people hate it so much because I love it. And I think it looks great when you use the stuff outdoors. It's so versatile with all the colors. So yeah, and then I wanted putting more flower beds in the back to kind of match what was going on out front. I just kind of wanted everything to match front and back. I feel like that is kind of the vibe, but at the same time, I painted that little area more of a muted green, which is different from the rest of the house, how it was painted. So I kind of wanted it to stand out and kind of give it like this little pool oasis kind of, this is where we hang out and chill kind of place. And I normally don't play test while I'm building. However, there were some points while I was building, like I needed to change the color of the lights because it just did not look right with those. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. It's late in the day, and my husband woke me up at like 3 in the morning when he came to bed from work, and yeah, I'm sitting here surviving on Starbucks, not sponsored, and yeah, but I had to play test at a few points just to see if things actually would work with placement. I hate finding out later. Like the dining room, you'll see me do that too. I love this kitchen. I love how it turned out. I love where I put the windows in the kitchen. Yeah, I love how that turned out. You'll see me placing the windows right now. And I love that. I don't know why. I just do. I think it's a cool little place to have them. And the kitchen set the tone for the rest of the house. Absolutely, hands down. Kitchen set the tone for the rest of the house, and the colors of the house. This house is way brighter than what I usually do. Everything about this house is so different than what I usually do. But I enjoyed it so much. That doesn't mean that this is what I'm going to do every time. Merlin knows that I definitely stepped outside my comfort zone for this one. But I did enjoy it. I am not used to furnishing with bright colors. I mean, you can tell I did some things that I normally do, but it was definitely outside my comfort zone. But I do love how it turned out. So this home does have a laundry room / half bath. Sometimes I put those in my build, sometimes I don't. This one does have it. You could always change it into a butler's room. You could turn it into a full bath if that's what you wanted. This house does only have one full bath. So if you wanted to turn it into another full bath and get rid of the laundry, be my guest. I just felt like putting a laundry room in. I thought that's probably what they would have in real life off the kitchen. It does have 2 doors leading into it on either side. Again, entryway. Always have an entryway. There are 2 hallways as well in this house. I struggled a little bit with what to put in the entry. I just think that there aren't enough varieties of things to put in an entryway, especially coat hangers and things like that. I wish we had more of them because the ones that we have are very rustic. I wish we had more modern varieties. So yeah, I wasn't really happy in the end with the entryway, but it does kind of go well with the rest of the house. It suits it. It's an entryway. It's there. It suits it. The dining room, it does work. It does work. I play tested it a lot to make sure that it does work. Initially, I thought it didn't, and I was like, oh no. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna have to bump it out. But it does work. It's very minimalist. There's not much going on. Um, I did not put a carpet in it. I just didn't feel like it needed it. Sometimes I put carpets in dining rooms, sometimes I don't, but I didn't feel like this one needed it. This is the study. I love those bookcases. I don't use them much in my builds though, because they just don't fit a lot of the builds I normally do, but I love those bookcases. They're just so perfectly cluttered to begin with, and then when you add things into the slots, they wind up looking great in the end. So then here I'm just cluttering up the desk like I usually do. I put some papers on there, maybe the dad's a scientist. I don't really know. I didn't think much about what the parents do. And then here I am cluttering up the shelves. Like I said, I love how those bookcases look when they're fully cluttered. The living room is actually pretty easy to furnish. For once, for me. I didn't make a weird layout of this house. Everything was pretty easy to do. The one thing I knew I wanted was that thing right there. And then I was like, oh, it doesn't really fit anywhere. How am I going to do it? And then I'm like, I'm going to put everything together and I'm going to make an entertainment center. So that's what I did. I made an entertainment center. All the wood grains go together. They all fit. And then the TV went in. If you don't like it, go ahead and replace it. It won't hurt my feelings. But I did make an entertainment center. And I think it looks great. It's what you would see in real life in people's houses. So yeah, that's what I wanted putting in. I think it looks great. Again, very minimalist, not a lot of clutter, but I love it. I think it just goes well with the house. It's what you would see in other parts of the house. So yeah, the bathroom is a bathroom. I did not put a tub in. I put a shower in, the shower from university. If you want to put a tub in, go right ahead, delete the shower, put a tub in. It will fit in perfectly there. You might just have to switch the orientation of the bathroom, put the door on the opposite side, the sink, everything on the opposite side, so that everything works with the tub. But yeah, this is a pretty big master. You can fit everything in here, still have plenty of room. I like how it turned out. I made a wall of curtains behind the bed. It's kind of like a backboard. I was trying to figure out what to do with curtains on that side, and I just wound up putting blinds. I did remember to put laundry baskets in every room. But yeah, I like how this master turned out. It's very calming. They have a door to the pool area, which I think is what you see in a lot of masters in modern homes. So yeah, this to me is a preteen boy's room. He's a little strange, maybe. So he has some Strangerville posters. He has that skeleton bear, which I absolutely love that skeleton bear. He has some science projects lying around. But all in all, he's just a preteen boy trying to find himself. And then this is his teenage sister's room. Very girly, very teenage girl-like. I love it. I love how this room turned out. Yeah, I thought, it's big enough to give her her own double bed. I had a double bed when I was a kid. Actually, from when I was very young, I always had a double bed. And yeah, so I just gave her a double bed. I think too often we don't give teenagers double beds in this game. So yeah, I gave her a double bed. Yeah, I love how that room turned out. I think it's very bright, very colorful. Everything works together, and yeah, it's a great teenage girl's room. And then the pool area, I just go change the pool colors. The bottom of the pool, I never like the pool, what it actually comes with. I don't like what it looks like, so I always change it to the stone from Island. And I'm doing the front patio. I'm trying to figure out what plants to put right there because it's kind of bare right there. I do eventually fix the fact that is sticking through the front wall from the entryway. I do eventually fix that. But yeah, I love, so you can see the whole house from here. It just looks great, and I love this bench. I use it in a lot of builds. It's great and went well with this build, the colors of it. Um, Fixing some things that I see here and there, and yeah, it's a great build. It's called Mid-Century Reno. Here I am playtesting. You can download it now from the gallery. Let me know when you think, when you download it. Leave some comments. Let me know what you think about it, what you would like me to improve in my builds. Um, I need some feedback. Thanks for joining me today. This is Lady Ray. Like, comment, and hit that subscribe button.